Go look at him, man. Are you kidding me? All right, April 5th, Kansas turkey archery opener. I mean, it was a perfect morning. We had birds hidden right away. They did an owl call when we were in our bean plot, and they just hammered. We had 2 of them, and sure enough, they came like 35 yards. They passed in this opening, and then they hung out in this spot out of a shot. For like 5 minutes, 35 yards. And our decoys were here like probably 12, 15 yards, and they just never wanted to commit. One bird was strutting, one bird was a little more shy, but I mean, they were hammering our calls, like 3 or 4 gobbles per call, and they just eventually worked off. Nate tried to back up and call, but they weren't having it. But we heard a couple more. We're gonna go give them a shot. Smoke them.
Go for it.
Well, Nate and I just walked to our east boundary, and we actually got permission to turkey hunt this piece over here too, which is awesome. And sure enough, we get down here, we're looking for a couple minutes, don't see anything, and then all of a sudden they just start, like, birds start showing up. We had two groups, it was like 4 or 5 jakes strutting, and then a group of 7 toms, like all gobbling. And sure enough, somehow, like, we convinced them to come over here just with our calling, and we didn't even have decoys set up. We were really exposed with the sun just hitting this side super hard, so we decided not to set up decoys because we would have just been spotted super easily. But sure enough, just on our calling, they came to 50 yards, and I took one shot, hit one. He was limping hard, but we tried to chase him down, but he took off. So
No blood in the arrow.
No blood in the arrow. Just a classic turkey got away. But we're gonna set up here this evening, and we're gonna go do a drive around, see if we can see anything else. But I mean, fantastic morning. 9 toms, all within 50 yards this morning. All right, midday, killing some time during this turkey hunt. We've been planting trees the last couple hours. We put 20 red cedars by the shed. That's kind of like a barrier between the road and the shed. But now we've got persimmon. This is a persimmon, and some red oak. So we've been planting these kind of strategically along our bean edge. I mean, these things have a lot of growth to do, obviously. This is probably going to be something that our kids see and benefit from more than we do. But on our north edge, and then here on this bean edge, eventually we see it as an awesome kind of like pinch point between the north beans and the south beans here, where deer love to hang out and get some food. Well, every opening day is different. This one is hot and windy, so it's not the worst, but we're not on the 80, but we're probably 60, 70 yards onto the neighbors who we have permission to hunt. So they were in here this morning heavy. I mean, 25 birds, like 7 or 8 toms. So we're hoping that they come back and do the same thing. We've elected to go with a single hand decoy because we observed that they're kind of weary of the jakes, we think. So we didn't want to put a jake in the head out here and not have them, not the toms close in. But just after 5, hoping that birds start to gobble soon. Those are the jakes in front of us, right? It's Friday. What day is it? I think it's April 9th or 10th. And we are set up on this field that we had a lot of birds in on Monday. Doesn't sound like anything's roosted on any of the field edge, but we got a bunch of gobblers east and west of us. And we know they like to come in here. There's a coyote making a bunch of noise, but they like to come in here like 30 minutes after they fly down. So we've got decoys set up out there. We got a Jake hen right in front of him, and that seems to do the trick these days. So hopefully we can coax them in. You want an update? Well, the turkeys remain stubborn. We shed hunted a little piece over there that looked really good. Nate stumbled on this right underneath the rub. We might have the match set, but we'll take a look. But yeah, no luck turkey hunting this morning. We'll probably come back out and maybe try like a late morning or like early afternoon hit back here in this field. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully get a fire going on part of our 80 today. All right, we almost just killed 2 midday gobs, really close. But now we have to head home soon. But we're gonna burn this Egyptian wheat so it's out of the way for when we have to plant it again. I mean, it's rained pretty heavily the last couple days. But it's nice, warm, sunny today. Humidity's low, so we're hoping to at least just get the Egyptian wheat burnt, so it's ready for planting in the next month or two. Well, for a late burn, it's working out. The Egyptian wheat's definitely not burning like it did last year because it's a little later, but brome's taken surprisingly well, and whatever gets burnt, so we're happy with it. I just heard him. Well, Nate and I are back down here. It's yesterday is actually the opener for shotgun in Kansas for adults. So we set up in the same spot where we called in a couple. We called in 2 10 days ago for the archery opener, and they did the exact same thing. Decoys were set at like 15. They came out like 40 with this path down here, and I knew what they were going to do. That's basically my shot, unless they commit to the decoys, which for some reason they're just not doing. We got a new motion thing that helps move the jake. I thought that might be the ticket, but I told me I was going to take the shot at 40 because I just didn't know if I was going to be able to see him again. And sure enough, looking back at the footage, my pattern just barely missed with this choke tube. I have a really, really tight pattern. First miss with a shotgun ever. I feel like an idiot. But we've had good midday luck here, and there's birds, a couple birds still hammering because they fly down so early. It's not even 7 yet. You're good. Okay, April 22nd. We are back again on the... Are you good, Sal? Alright. April 22nd, we're back in the 80. I've effed up a couple times. We call these birds in open air for archery. They're out of range. Called them in again, opener shotgun. I missed. Like a 40-yard shot. And then we're back, hoping that we can make them come in for a third time. We'll see if they want to play this morning. We got one bird for sure gobbling within 150 yards. So we gotta put the decoys out so he doesn't get hung up on any of these paths. We put it so like he basically has to crest over this ridge within range. Because the birds have just been like weary of decoys on this ground so far. So he's been flying down really early. I'm sure we'll get a shot this morning. Is he still going left? I don't see him right now. Is he going to come out by the cedar? No. Oh, yeah. Oh, this gobbler. Oh, just a single gobbler. That gobbler worked this morning. He thought he was just gonna come down this corridor. It's like the most open path. He decided to take the high road. We saw him here probably like 30, 40 yards. Then he like kind of backstepped up the hill. And it was just hanging out like 50 to 60 yards the whole time, just gobbling. And then you didn't see it. And eventually so we started putting it. And we like had a putt battle with him. That was the only bird gobbling on the 80 this morning. So we hear a couple to our west boundary. So we're going to go call.
That was absolutely insane. Oh my gosh, he was freaking run. He had a buddy too, did you see him? No. Yeah, two of them. Oh gosh. Yeah, buddy, give me some nugs.
Oh my gosh, that dude came in on a string. We heard him like a ways off. And he was just gobbling, and we've had troubles with them crossing this road before, but dude, this guy we saw him running out of here. I actually saw two of them. They only saw one. And I was like, where is he? He was gobbling close, and then sure enough, like freaking King Kong, he like just like went storming through the Egyptian weed.
Which is
like,
thick.
Yeah, thick, but it was perfect because I could see exactly where it was coming out of, and I saw his head, and he was fired up. He was looking for somebody.
I mean, he was sprinting. Like,
yeah.
it was full tilt.
He did not flop. Good beard. Probably shot some of it. Oh, baby. Wow, look at those. That's crazy. Inchers. Awesome to fill this Kansas tag.